C15 going off. Whew. It's finally getting warm in here. So I am having issues again. Injector issues, low fuel pressure issues, something issues. So the thing is, I'm basically dropping an injector when I'm pulling a hill, climbing up, working really hard, and then shift a gear up, let off the throttle, get back on again, and I'm losing an injector. You push in the clutch, rev it to the moon, come back down. Usually it comes back, sometimes it's not though. My fuel pressure is not where it should be. Mind you, this gauge has been sitting on that mirror for 2 years now in all the elements, and it might not be reading accurately. So that's probably going to be the first thing to actually check. Just put a different gauge on and see what it reads. It also kind of does that little flutter every once in a while, so it could be getting air in the fuel. But yeah, at idle I'm sitting at idle you're supposed to sit around 75 psi. At cruising speed you're supposed to be up to about 90. At idle for me, I am, what are you doing? I am sitting around 50, which is not high enough. I really don't trust what this black pickup is trying to do. There, yeah, see, it's floating around 50 psi. Going down the road, I'm sitting about 65 psi. Rev it to the moon, it maybe gets up to about 80. So it's either my gauge has been slowly going down, because it has been over the last year slowly getting worse and worse for fuel pressure. I just kind of wrote it off as the gauge is crappy, but I'm thinking we might actually be having a fuel pressure issue now. So anyways, we're just leaving the truck stop here. I'm hoping that this hill climb we'll be able to get it worked up enough to actually show symptoms. But we might not. Alright, yeah, so I'm sitting right about 60 psi right now at 1400 RPM. I'll lose it. Now we're getting up to about 65. And then grab a gear. Oh, she's holding. There it is. I lost an injector. And then rev it to the moon. It comes back. Now we're going to have a problem with this next gear. It's going to do the same thing. A little bit quieter now, but ooh, it holds. Okay. Let's just redo that gear shift again, see what we can do. Full throttle, giving her the beans, 40 psi, still holding. And then shift. There it is. I'm out an injector. Rev it to the moon. It's back. We're all right. fuel pressure still sitting about 65 psi. So I'm thinking it's not actually, it might not be an actual injector issue. I think it's just low fuel pressure, and that gauge actually is reading correct. I have no room to move over for this guy. Aw, thanks, buddy. If you're new to this channel, hello, welcome. Last year, I've been having like running issues intermittently on this truck for the past 2 years, and I've thrown everything at the engine. Internal wiring harness, external wiring harness, fuel pump, fuel filters. I mean, they get changed every oil change. The fuel filter housing, I got new lines from the tanks to the fuel filter. I've had the lines inspected with an air bubble, like a sight glass, and there was no real visible air bubbles going through it really, but I mean, that could change at this point. I've had a shake that, I mean, I'm still dealing with it. I think it's down to tires, and I'm waiting for my tires to basically wear down, and then I can change them, see if that goes away, because it's worse when it's bobtailing, but I think that's a separate issue. But I've had the driveline changed. I've had the driveline itself inspected. I've had both rear ends worked on or changed. I forget how many times I've dealt with that stuff. Transmission has been changed, new clutch, still getting that little shake, still now having running issues. So basically last year I ran out of money to keep dumping into this thing, firing the parts cannon, seeing if anything would stick, and nothing's sticking. So I just kind of had to leave it and just taking it easy. It works all right, but now that the hot weather's back, it's starting to act up more and more, and pulling hills, stop and go traffic in Toronto. It's like the truck is debilitating now. So I need to get this dealt with now. Whether or not I have the money doesn't quite matter if you can't run the truck. So yeah, we'll start hunting this down again. Okay, little development on the issue. Rev it to the moon is not actually fixing it anymore. I'm still down an injector. Definitely not good to be running it like this. Come on. I'm not gonna have power to clear this hill. Who's behind me? I'm taking the next exit anyways, but come on, pop out of it. It used to be I could actually accelerate
Take care, buddy.
and pull out of it, but now it's not doing that, and now it's not doing the revving thing. Come on. Hey, there we go. Okay. So yeah, to me it seems like a fuel pressure issue now, not an injector issue. It's pull a hill, it sucks up too much fuel, you can't get enough fuel back in the line because something is restricting it from having enough fuel pressure, that it doesn't fill the cups up, and the injector doesn't get fuel in when it fires, which is not good for the injectors. It's not good for the cylinder walls to run cold like that. on one cylinder and the other 5 are still firing. So this needs to be dealt with sooner rather than later. Almost had a little flutter there. And it's out. Even with the fan on. Oh, nope, still out. Okay. Not a good sign. Not good, not good. Hello. Yeah. Come on. Get some fuel pressure in there. Nope. Uh-oh. All right. This is so not good to be pulling on the engine like this, but I got no other choice right now. I might actually pull over here, let it sit for a few minutes, and get back at it, because that's actually worked before. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting nothing out of this. Okay. Let the traffic pie. We're gonna hang out here for a few minutes. Yeah, still nothing. Yeah, there's a shake. Definitely shaking. Shakeometer 5000. Going at it. Especially if we rev it up here. This is all just, there's an injector out. Yeah, no. Okay. Let's turn her off for a minute or two. See if it'll come back. So it's been a few minutes. I don't know, maybe the head, the cylinder head, is just overheating and boiling the fuel away or something. We're running on all 6 again. Is that a break in traffic? Oh my god. Yeah, crazy. Injector cutout. I don't think. Hate running it like this. But we gotta go. I'm hoping we climb this hill, and the downhill we'll be able to get off the throttle enough for everything to kind of get back to normal. And we'll have all 6 injectors again. Come on. Okay. Let's get a nice gradual climb to 80 kilometers an hour, requiring very little fuel. Oh, we almost have them. Nope. Oh, come on. Rev to the moon. Let's go. Get some fuel pressure in here. There. Okay. Whew. Yeah, this has got to get fixed. This is bad. Okay, I'm hoping we can actually stop here. Well, we'll still work through the gears here. Yeah, gotta love intermittent stuff. It's the next morning. Mind you, I'm empty right now. It's cooler, but my fuel pressure is back to normal for this truck, which means up to 80 psi. Like, it's cruising down the road, you should be still seeing about 95, so it is a little bit low, but it's a lot better than yesterday, and it's not acting up necessarily. Like, we get on it here, still pulling 80 psi. Everything's fine. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with fuel pressure going down in hot weather or something like that. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Of course, we're nicked by the light. Okay. Anyways, we are loaded. It's not a super heavy load or anything like that. It's probably only about like 40,000 on the deck. But I can't seem to get it to shake if I even try. And fuel pressure is still sticking better than it was yesterday. I can't see these lights. I can't tell when it's going to turn green. Oh, there's a lot of... Wow! What is that? 1, 2, 3 cops pulling over one car. He screwed up. Alright. Let's see if we can get this working. And drop an injector. So I'm pulling about 75 psi on the gauge there. Let's see if we can get it up to 80 at around 1700 RPM is about 79 psi. And we're pulling fine. Getting onto the highway. So mind you, the variables are, it is cooler outside and it's not working quite so long consistently, so I think temperature might have something to do with it. But yeah, we're sitting about 70 psi now. goes. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting thing on the gauge there. Let this guy pass. And then rev her to the moon. And she's back. Okay. Interesting thing on the gauge that I saw right there. When I was pulling, I was about 75 PSI. When I let off the throttle, it shot up to 80. So I think it is a low fuel pressure issue that we're having. And who knows, this could have been an issue that was progressively getting worse over the last couple years. Like, it all started with that little tiny shake that I was having. And now it's just got to make sure all my corner boards are staying on. Yeah, now it's just starting to get worse. So it could be something causing low fuel pressure, could be something letting air into the system. I think we're gonna have to go through the entire fuel system and just check piece by piece along the line for restrictions or air getting in the system somehow. To be continued, I guess. Okay, so I called my buddy Jason over at Dynamic Diesel, talking to him about what's going on, and he was saying, hold on. He was saying that it very likely could be air getting into the system causing low fuel pressure issues and stuff. So look around the truck, around the fuel system for any weeping or signs that something's not right. And yeah, looking at the passenger side tank there's a bunch of come on. Man, it's busy. There is a bunch of fuel around the uptake and return lines. So I think that's a really great spot to start troubleshooting what's going on with the truck.